Back in September, the Seahawks won a thriller in their last game against the Cardinals. Can Arizona even the score? Find out next.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And they're led out by their quarterback from the University of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Now, Ridder to throw on second down. That's caught by Harrison right side. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's Ridder to throw. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On second down, Ridder. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up. From the shotgun, it's Ridder. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Cardinals have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Cardinals offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll have a golden opportunity to get on the board first as they start first and goal. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Back to throw. Ritter. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Tip Ryman. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his second touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
Brings up second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll come up here, first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive, and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Seattle.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
That's on the former 9th overall pick, Charles Cross. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays. This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
They try the right side with Benson. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ritter. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through it.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try to throw for it with Ritter. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Here's 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. from the 50. He'll set up to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Ritter. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, faking the give. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Now Ritter on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. We are through 1. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Ritter. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Here's a designed run.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Seahawks.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cards offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Now, Ritter to throw on 2nd down. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Ritter to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Ritter. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. A shotgun run now with Walker. A short pickup to the 38. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On 2nd down, it's Ritter. Pass right side, that's Ryman.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They go play action with Ritter. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A handoff, and it's Benson running right. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And they will finally run him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ritter. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this 1st half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. On 2nd down, Ritter. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
That's to the right side, caught by McBride. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. Ritter gonna hold on to this one, and he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Makes the score Cardinals 14,
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that.
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Max Milton.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And this will be a Cardinals first down. He's up to the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Benson. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. So we've reached halftime here. It is an 8-point game as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin out in Houston, where you see the final score there. The Texans off to a good start as they've now won 3 of their first 4. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Tank Bigsby, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Baker Mayfield, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. The Cardinals got a strong first half from their quarterback, Desmond Ridder. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now, this looks like a design run, and that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Cardinals offense and Desmond Ridder set to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, it's Ridder. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That one caught by Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Ridder. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. And they are still searching for that first touchdown of the game. Greg, this defense that they're going against has been like a brick wall.
And especially this front 7. And listen, Mike, we all know this is a passing league. But what you want to do is you want to at least be unpredictable on offense, meaning you want to be in what they call 50-50 downs. I got an equal opportunity to both run or pass based on the down and distance. When you have nothing to show for on 1st and 2nd down on the ground, you find yourself in must-pass scenarios, and you're playing right into the hands of the defense.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now Ridder. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trey Benson, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. A run with Benson. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now, faking the give. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. A flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They'll look to throw. Going right sideline and complete. It is a gain of 16. They get the third down conversion by about a yard.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run right. Here's Walker. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
Brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
They'll motion over Metcalf. Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Seahawks.
Now Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Thompson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
Offense.
They'll run the draw with Walker. Oh. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet, the ball carrier.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
First down, they'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. He's going to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
They'll run with Walker. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here is Bell on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Ritter. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Ritter. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Cardinals line up for a punt.
Formation for the Cardinals.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Man, and he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Again, it's Benson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Ball start. Offense.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
15 yards to go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Ritter. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
That's good for a Cardinals. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Benson. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. What can they do here on third down and 7? Back to throw. Ritter. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play. 2nd down and 8. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Here's Walker. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. We're all set to kick this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Ritter to throw. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
On the ground, it's Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy's a handful.
And he'll get about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. On the Seahawks 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go again with Benson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks.
A give. Here's Benson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
18-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Number 26 is the ball carrier.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6, or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll drop to throw. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. 1st and 10. A handoff, running left is Benson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On the handoff, this is Benson. Timeout Seahawks, that is their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. The Cardinals lining up for a punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally, the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. It was 4th and 3. They picked up 8.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So it's a win for the Cardinals. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.